Welcome into Friday night in the boot. It got a little chilly, so we decided to put on our pullovers. Spencer Verrett alongside Steve Schneider. Steve, it's round 2 of the playoffs. Teams are looking to book their practices for Turkey Week. You just should see what happens tonight, right?
I was about to say, the things that you look for if you're a high school football player, especially the seniors. You want to get to that dome and play for a championship, or if you can't do that, you at least want to be practicing for the Thanksgiving holiday. And that, with the winners that we had tonight, that's exactly what they'll be doing this coming week.
We'll start you up north. Southern Lab taking a long travel up to St. Frederick. St. Frederick trying to keep a good season going for themselves. Southern Lab has not been eliminated in the second round since 2011. Kittens average 34 points per game. They get off to a fast start. Jerry Botley on the keeper, and Southern Lab sprints out to a 6-0 lead. Two-sport star and LSU baseball commit William Patrick at quarterback. That one's going to move the chains there. 4th and 4, Patrick is going to take off, try to get it himself. He reaches, and does he get it? He is not. He is short. Southern Lab will take over. Second quarter, Trevoris Norman is going to find a hole, and he is gone. Great move into the secondary. Touchdown. Kittens are up 12-0. Warriors trying to put something together. We'll see a nice drive. They get on the board finally. Defense needs to step up, though. And there it is right there. Drew Bilderback, the coach's son, with the big hit in the backfield. And now we're going to see a little trickery. Throws back to Patrick. Patrick looking deep. And he finds his man. I believe that's Owen O'Neal into the secondary. And Patrick's going to chip it back, and it's going to be fumbled. And there goes Southern Lab. They're going to pick this one up, and they're going to run it. Oh, get out the way, people. They got to get out the way. We'll see Southern Lab. There's Marion Asbury with a touchdown, and the Kittens roll in this one. 24-7, St. Frederick's season, which has been going so well, comes to an end. Obviously, a little bit of trouble. We're missing 2 players from this game due to suspension. But the Kittens go up north, and they get it done. And next week, you can see they're at the bottom. Kentwood takes down Episcopal and upset 42-16. We got the all-time classic rivalry in this Division IV area. Kentwood, Southern Lab.
12 and 13 seeds. Don't see that often, but it'll still be a whale of a ball game. Let's stay up in the northeast end of the state and take you to Dragon territory, talking about Mangum's Dragons, the Purple Rain, moving their way into the stadium. They were hosting West St. John, the Rams. A long trip, and I'll tell you what, it'd be painful off the bat as Mangum scored early. The offense handing it off to Jay Miles in the way for a touchdown, a 2-point play, and Mangum jumped out to an early 8-0 lead. Next possession, more of the same. Miles into the end zone, another 2-point play at 16-0. They would dominate all night long in this one. In fact, check out a play as they decide to put the ball in the air. Peter Bigelow is going to be on the receiving end right here. Look what he's going to do. Oh, he gets stuck, but he's not down, and he keeps on going. Energizer Dragon right there into the end zone. After breaking those 2 tackles, Isaiah McFarland back from injury, 2-point conversion. Mangum, the Dragons roll in this one. 44-6 was your final. The 7-seed Mangum will now take on that number 2 seed South Plaquemines, which eliminated East Feliciana tonight. 21-6 the final in that one.
So now Mangum has to drive all the way down south to the southernmost part of the state.
That's right.
To take on South Plaquemine. And tell you what, I love Mangum walking down that neighborhood there at the beginning. Let's bring you down south now. Opelousas Catholic and Ascension Catholic. The Bulldogs looking to keep a good season going. Number 2 seed heading into this one had the bye last week. Starts you off a little Chad Elsie Jr. action. He'll do a spin move. And he'll cut his way around to the outside. Here he comes into your living rooms, and he is gone. The big fella gets into the end zone for a touchdown. And Ascension Catholic takes the lead. Opelousas Catholic looking for a response, but you know what? Elsie's going to do it this time. He's going to give it to Gavin Gregoire, given a little option in the backfield, and he gets in for the touchdown. Another touchdown for the Bulldogs. Thinks about spinning the ball, but stops. Knows that referee behind him was ready to throw the flag. Next time, don't throw the flag. But here comes Opelousas Catholic now. looking to get something going. That one's picked off by the big fella. Are we about to have a big man touchdown? It is. That's Vaughn Blanchard, the junior, with the big fella touchdown. I get fired up about some big fella touchdowns. Had Southern that fired me up a couple weeks ago. Now we got our own big fella touchdown. And then Chad Elzy, look how hard he is to bring down. Takes 4 people there. And last year it was Elzy who broke out on my radar, at least this game. And they were able to take down Ascension Catholic last time. We're going to see a little passing action. They can do it all. Touchdown pass there to Cy Landry from Camille LaBeouf. And if you can't tell from the amount of scores we had there, Ascension Catholic rolls in this one over Opelousas Catholic, 58-13. Next week, the Bulldogs will take on Riverside Academy, who played in the Dome last year. Both those teams are looking to get to the Dome.
A lot of points on the board tonight. 58's impressive, but stay tuned. Coming back after the break on Friday night at the Boot, 78 points put up by a team with perhaps a little divine intervention.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Love did this. This is love's fault, and it hurts. It's devastating. But you always come back for more. What else gets you up this early? What else makes you feel this wild, this ecstatic, this focused, this obsessed? Has to be love. It's in your soul, your head, your heart, your hands. You love the game. It's your nature. Nothing is more real.
For over 100 years, our families have gathered together to share with each other our challenges and hopes, to take this light we've been gifted and paint a brighter future for the next generation. The seeds we plant today are the bounty we harvest tomorrow. As farmers, we know that together we're stronger than we could ever be apart. We're the Louisiana Farm Bureau, and we're the voice of Louisiana agriculture.
So it's going to come down to this. Can they do it?
Oh no, they missed it! Wait a minute! There's a flag on the play!
Welcome back to Friday Night in the Boot. We have some scores from Division I for you. Non-select side, Neville 44-13 over Covington. Chalmette with the upset over Hanville 35-31. West Monroe, another upset, 20-9 over Mandeville. Central takes down West Washita 45-20. Destrehan takes down Northwood Shreveport 61-23. We'll have that last score later in the show. Rummel takes down McDonough 35, 50-25. We'll have Catholic East Jeff later in the show. John Curtis. Never doubt JT Curtis. He gets it done on the road. His boys win 28-27. They'll take on the winner of Jesuit Turlings. And then St. Paul's falls to Bird 37-15. A big-time score there for Bird, especially a team that runs a triple option. They don't really throw the ball much. They'll take on the winner of Evangel Alexandria, which we will once again show later in the show.
All right, we're going to move on to Division IV Select. Another game played tonight, an 8-9 matchup over in Eunice. This one was a scoring explosion as St. Martin's Episcopal went in to take on St. Ed's. And the Blue Jays, man, did they start strong in this one. Kane West opens the score. Keeper, 10-yard touchdown, the 2-point play. St. Ed's up 8-0. St. Martin gets the ball, but the Blue Jays won't let them get the touchdown, and so they try the field goal and get on the board to make it 8-3. St. Martin would get the ball back again. Quarterback Ashton Oliver, 50-plus yards for the touchdown, and St. Martin goes in front by a score of 10-8.
He's gone.
However, St. Ed saved its best for last after just 8 points in the first quarter. Here are the Blue Jays. West, his second touchdown. He also gets a 2-point play. His team goes in front 16-10.
Whoa.
St. Martin, all kinds of problems with Oliver on that snap. The Jays recover. Ian Ryder with the recovery. Folks, tonight they had Father Nick Ware coming back to be in the stands and watch his whole team put up 78 points on the board as they eliminate St. Martin 78-37. St. Ed's will now match up against the #1 seed, Vermilion Catholic. And you see right there, the Screaming Eagles, no problem in running their record to 11-0, 47-14 over Westminster. That's an impressive victory, especially after seeing on the board that St. Ed's scored 78 points in their game.
So give me some score predictions for next week's game. What do we think of, like 78, 77, that type of game? I mean, they both love to run the ball. Kane West, he loves to run it. John D'Artes for Vermilion Catholic loves to run it as well. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. 140 points.
Combined
is the line
quarterback
next week.
rushing touchdowns. That's what you need to think about, what it'll be.
Let's take you back in time. The only Thursday night game last night is Shruma and Haynes Academy meeting in Jefferson Parish for Joe Yenny Stadium. And the Haynes defense trying to make a big play early, pops the ball out of Kyrie Paul, and William Martz comes up to stop their drive in the tracks, and that might be all that we see out of Haynes Academy tonight. Because looky here. Here he comes. Frank Alexander deep to Nix Johnson, and he takes it in for the touchdown, 43-yard pass to make it 8-0. Here comes Kyrie Paul to make up for his early fumble. He gets in. It's now 16-0. They were getting all these 2 points last night, by the way. Yellow Jackets looking to respond. Lachlan Clavier gets to the outside handoff, and he takes it in for the touchdown to cut into the lead. But it would not matter. Estruma is going to take over here. Look at the double pass. The double pass into the end zone. Looks at the two defenders, looks at the camera, says, hey, look at me. And guess what? The Estruma Indians and Sid Edwards.
The quarterfinal
bound, 42-16 the final score. They really ran away with this game in the first half. Haynes, despite being undefeated in the 4 seed, falls at their first game. Estruma will take on the winner of Madison Prep St. Charles, which we will show later in the show. Speaking of later in the show, don't go anywhere. We've got some big-time games coming up next, including Loyola Prep Leesville for a chance to go to the quarterfinals to take on Booker T. Washington out of New Orleans. Who thought I'd be saying that? Don't go anywhere.
For over 100 years, our families have gathered together to share with each other our challenges and hopes, to take this light we've been gifted and paint a brighter future for the next generation. The seeds we plant today are the bounty we harvest tomorrow. As farmers, we know that together we're stronger than we could ever be apart. We're the Louisiana Farm Bureau, and we're the voice of Louisiana agriculture.
So it's going to come down to this. Can they do it?
Oh no, they missed it! Wait a minute! There's a flag on the play!
Buying online is easy, but not when it comes to buying medications. Counterfeit pills and other illicit substances are being laced with fentanyl. Kids are dying from these fake pills. Fentanyl is 50 times stronger than heroin. A lethal dose is smaller than a pencil point. Worse yet, medical professionals can't tell the difference between real pills and their counterfeits. Don't take anything that doesn't come from your doctor. Buying online can leave you flatlined.
If you want to break the rock, you need to make yourself indestructible. If you want to play between the hedges, you need to work out there, up there, down there, everywhere. If you want to reach the win bar, you need to lose sleep, lose count. You need to play every game like you got nothing to lose.
Welcome back to Friday Night in the Boot. We told you about a lot of points. We're talking about some teams this block that put up a lot of points. Lafayette Christian, Notre Dame, Leesville. They all are kind of known for putting up a lot of 40-plus point games this season. Steve, were they able to do it tonight?
There were some points scored for sure. A shootout between the Pios and LCA. Let's take you to this one. The winner of this one would meet the #1 seed in their bracket. That would be Neil Weiner's Dunham Tigers. In this one, the Pios get off to a good start, sniffing the goal line early. Jackson Casanova into the end zone with that spin, 7-0. Pios go in front of LCA. But could Lafayette Christian make noise on their drive? Braylon Walker looking deep.
Oh, what a
Braden
catch.
Allen lays out for that, makes the catch just short of the goal line at the 1-yard line. A few plays later, Walker on the keeper, beats everyone to the outside. He will score, ties it up 7-7. Next drive for the Knights. Walker, again, another keeper. This time in the middle, sees a crease to the sideline. He is gone, untouched. Second touchdown of the night, and the Knights go up 14-7.
Doing his best Jawan Johnson impression
Absolutely.
there.
Later in the game, Parker Faust, the Pios quarterback, little play action. Drew Lejeune in for the score. This one was back and forth all night long, but in the end, the Pios are eliminated by the Knights. Lafayette Christian goes on to the win over Notre Dame in this one. The final was 35-28. So the Pios are out, and Dunham, who beat Parkview tonight, will get the number 9 seeded Knights in the next round.
It was 42-0 they took down Parkview. So Neil Weinert's team are 11-0, and it's going to certainly be a big time task next week for LCA. Take you out to Southwest, well, keep you out in Southwest Louisiana, I guess. The Wampus Cats of Leesville hosting Loyola Prep, looking to get into the quarterfinals. And we mentioned Leesville. We know who he is. His name's Xavier Ford, and there he goes all the way to the end zone. He took the direct snap, and he was gone. Missed the field goal, though. It's 6-0. Flyers with the ball now. Quarterback Bryce Restovich scrambles, and he slings it to wideout Brock Getter as the Flyers close the tie to 6-6. But here comes Terrell Broom and the Wampus Cats. He finds Xavier Ford in the flat. Everyone else makes business decisions. They get out his way. They let him get his second touchdown of the night. And they're looking for more out of Ford. He's built tough. They should give him a Ford NIL deal. And he's going to score a lot more tonight. We'll see him here. We'll see Terrell Broom, and he's going to find, who's that? Is that Mike Davis? That's Mike Davis in the end zone for a touchdown. And Leesville was rolling in this one, 21-6. Final score, no doubter. Leesville, 42-24. The Wampus Cats are heading to the quarterfinals to take on Booker T. Washington of New Orleans, who got the advance after U-High forced to forfeit due to losing in court. So, what a quarterfinal that is. Leesville taking on Booker T. Washington.
Time for a timeout here on Friday Night at the Boot. Back right after this.
For over 100 years, our families have gathered together to share with each other our challenges and hopes, to take this light we've been gifted and paint a brighter future for the next generation. The seeds we plant today are the bounty we harvest tomorrow. As farmers, we know that together we're stronger than we could ever be apart. We're the Louisiana Farm Bureau, and we're the voice of Louisiana agriculture.
Love did this. This is love's fault, and it hurts. It's devastating. But you always come back for more. What else gets you up this early? What else makes you feel this wild, this ecstatic, this focused, this obsessed? Has to be love. It's in your soul, your head, your heart, your hands. You love the game. It's your nature. Nothing is more real.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
So it's going to come down to this. Can they do it?
Oh no, they missed it! Wait a minute! There's a flag on the play!
Welcome back to Friday Night in the Boot, a 12 versus 5 seed matchup. And I'll tell you what, a lot of 12 seeds were successful. Could the Amite Warriors do it in this one? Well, not if Bucky has anything to say with it, because they get into the end zone right off the bat. Of course, that's Dylan Compton, the star quarterback, and the Panthers go up with a score. Warriors trying to get something going on the offensive end. It's not happening right there as Luke Norman is in there to make the sack.
Coach Hillman, he's fired up.
He is. Later on, Jeremy Franklin, the Warriors quarterback, says, I got you. And he connects with the long pass to Braylon Taylor right there. Defense will have to step up better than that. Here comes Bunky again on the attack. And that one is in the air from Compton, finding his favorite receiver on this night. That'd be Kane Milligan into the end zone for the touchdown. Bunky starting to take control of this. There's a little pump and go, and look at that. There he is again. Milligan standing in the end zone for 6 more points. Bunky starting to take control of this one now, and nobody can seem to lay a finger on Compton as he avoids the rush. This one on target again. Again, it's Milligan.
It's him
hauling
again.
it in. I tell you what, they just kept doing it all night. And check out the final as Bunky eliminates Amite. The 5 seed does win this one, moving to 11-0, 39-14. Bunky will take the Jules Sumner Slaughter winner in the next round of the playoffs, and that'll be Jules Sumner as the Cowboys improve to 10-1, winning at home against Slaughter, 48-28 your final.
So they get a team to come from Tangipahoa Parish to meet them out there. Now they get to go to Tangipahoa Parish to meet the Cowboys. Tell you what, that would have been a fun rematch to watch, but we get better than a rematch. We get Bunky Jules Sumner, which I'm sure a lot of people had circled. Keep you in the northern part, I guess, a little bit north. Franklin Parish hosting Bruley. A little pregame talk from Coach Burnett. Nothing fires me up more than him talking. I'll tell you what, a little coin toss action here for you. Patriots beginning their playoff march tonight.
Real football weather. Could you feel it?
Yeah, I could feel it. First postseason win for Franklin Parish with Adrian Burnett. That's going to be really nice there for him. Des Ellis with the touchdown to DeChauncey White. Sorry, that wasn't a touchdown. They rolled him down at the 1, but DJ Neal will punch it in for the next score. It's 7-0. Adrian Burnett is looking for his first playoff win at Franklin Parish. Picking up in the second quarter, Trey Martin is going to break free here. Look at Trey Martin go. He's going to run past everyone in the Bruley defense. Maybe not everyone. They stop him there after a nice 20-yard game. Later in the drive, it's Martin again. He fights for a couple tough yards, and it's eventually rolled a touchdown. So 2 touchdowns there from Franklin Parish. The Patriots are having a great time, and so are their fans. Bruley's going to look to try to get something going. Quarterback rolling around. He's going to get swallowed up by a couple of Patriots in the backfield. And the final score from this one, Des Ellis gets it done with the Franklin Parish Patriots, 34-14. They will take on Iowa in the next round, which is going to be a tough run for the Patriots. Iowa is a really talented team. They took down Wassman tonight, 24-8. I just want to read you some Des Ellis stats real quick on the air. 1825 pass yards, 770 rushing yards, 29 passing touchdowns, 10 rushing touchdowns. That's a mouthful, but he is certainly a lot for teams to deal with.
The number 4 seed has been very impressive in that Division II non-select bracket. How about the number 3 seed? That would be the Jennings Bulldogs, but they were facing a defending state champion as the Opelousas Tigers came rolling in, trying to get back to the Superdome. And early in the game, you can see what happens. First quarter, Zacchaeus Malvo finds some room on the edge, gets into the end zone, 6 points for them. Later, Jennings has the answer, down 22-6. It's Humphrey Ned sprinting down the sideline for the touchdown. Unfortunately, Jennings didn't have enough of those plays in this one. Opelousas rolls and makes it now to the quarterfinal round. The 14 seed with, I guess you could call that an upset. They're the defending champions. 30-19, Opelousas Tigers eliminating the Jennings Bulldogs.
Opelousas will take on Plaquemine next week, who took down Northwest 39-34. I'm excited about that matchup. Opelousas has been to Baton Rouge a couple of times. But let's take you now to Baton Rouge. St. Charles Catholic, one of the teams with a not great record heading into this playoffs. Wayne Stein's looking to get his boys ready for a second half comeback. They're down 21-0 at the half to Madison Prep. And the half gets off to a good start for the Comets. Landry LeBlanc, he'll find Noah Tucker on the screen pass. Look at Tucker go. He's going to move past a couple of guys, and they can't bring him down. But they eventually do bring him down inside the 5. 4th down, 1 yard to score. And you'll see a little bit of pushing and shoving there. Who's in, who's out? Is he in there? There goes LeBlanc. He's into the end zone. It's now 21-6. Wayne Stein knows it's all business. Needs his boys to get a good time stop here, but here comes Tylen Johnson. Pump fakes. Throws it up to the end zone. It's Keon Robinson with the catch by 2 defenders. I thought he was in. He's not in. He's ruled down at the 2. It's all right, though. A couple plays later, Johnson finds Amarin Sanders. There's Sanders. He makes a catch for the touchdown, and now it's 27-6. Comets looking to get right back to work after giving up a touchdown, try to get it back on that comeback train. It's LeBlanc who goes to Tucker, who then drives up and he finds Jackson Doster. And Doster's into the end zone for a touchdown. The double pass fools the Chargers defense, and the Comets, they aren't going away. But guess what? There was a penalty after the play, so we try an onside kick.
Steal a possession.
Steal a possession, indeed. The Comets recover. And now they're trying to get back to work. That was Tyler Miliotto on the recovery, but a 4th down conversion is not in the cards. And the final from this one, 34-20. Madison Prep takes down St. Charles Catholic. The Comets have not been in Turkey Week contention in a while, or they've been in it for a while. They finally are knocked out, and Estruma, Madison Prep, is the game to watch.
Won't be a happy holiday for the Comets. I'll tell you what, we're just hitting about the halfway point of the show, but we've still got 13 more games to show you, plus lots of scores, so stay right there. Friday night in the booth.
Love did this. This is love's fault, and it hurts. It's devastating. But you always come back for more. What else gets you up this early? What else makes you feel this wild, this ecstatic, this focused, this obsessed? Has to be love. It's in your soul, your head, your heart, your hands. You love the game. It's your nature. Nothing is more real.
The start of school means the start of new sports seasons, which unfortunately can mean injuries. Too often, sports injuries are treated with opioids, leading to addiction among our youth. And drug addictions can cause overdoses and deaths. If you're injured, ask your doctor for medicines and therapies that don't use opioids. And if you're struggling with opioid addiction, we can offer treatment. Opioid addiction is a losing game. You can help. Learn more at realhelpvr.com. That's realhelpvr.com.
If you want to break the rock, you need to make yourself indestructible. If you want to play between the hedges, you need to work out there, up there, down there, everywhere. If you want to reach the win bar, you need to lose sleep, lose count. You need to play every game like you got nothing to lose.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Welcome back to Friday Night in the Boot. We're going to get you straight back in the action. LaRondre traveling to the Shaw Eagles. Look at that run out from Shaw. This looked to be a great atmosphere tonight. First play from scrimmage, Mason Wilson fires it deep to a wide open Jacob Washington, who strolls into the end zone for a quick touchdown. 7-0 Shaw, fast as you like. First play of the game. Eagles on the move. Jasper Parker takes the handoff, changes direction, and finds nothing but open grass ahead of him. Straight into the end zone, man. Easy touchdown. It's 14-0. 4th down, Parker's going to take the handoff. Whoop! There he goes past 2 guys, and there he leaves another guy's face in the dirt. And it is now 21-7 Shaw. Eagles looking to put this one away early. They got the little option keeper. Mason Wilson takes a snap, takes the hole, and scrambles his way down to about the 10-yard line. 3rd down, who else give it to Jasper Parker. He's having such a great year, and he'll get in for another touchdown. It's 28-7 Shaw. Final score from this one, Shaw goes on to win 49-14. Shaw improves to 9-2. LaRondra, 6-6 season. Not what they probably wanted, but they put up a good effort tonight, and I'm sure they are proud.
Let's go to the non-select Division II matchup tonight in Lutcher. Cecilia, an 18 seed, trying to make it back to the Dome, taking on the Dogs in the Dog Yard, up 22-14 third quarter. Calais Braylon up the middle for the touchdown, and Cecilia extends the lead to 28-14. Lutcher would need to rally. Their quarterback, Zach Jenkins, the coach's son, with the QB keeper. 6 yards down to the 1 yard line on the next play. Jenkins would carry it across for the touchdown, and Lutcher cuts into that lead. It's 28-21. Lutcher would get the football back after an empty possession for Cecilia. They're going to get a 9-yard touchdown run coming up from Trenton Cheney. And with that, the score is tied. Fourth quarter, 28-28. However, the Bulldogs of Cecilia, not done yet.
There's the Prez.
That's right. The Diesel Solari up the middle, 27 yards for the touchdown. Cecilia goes in front, 35-28. And then they get the ball back. The Diesel, 23-yard touchdown pass. Brent Gordon, go up and get it. 42-28, Cecilia goes on the road and wins a second quote-unquote upset, this time over the Lutcher Bulldogs. Look at that shootout, 49-41. Lutcher, no quitting those guys as they made it very interesting at the end. Cecilia now advances to take on North DeSoto, a 38-14 winner over Belle Chase.
So despite both teams who played in the D2 non-select final last year being 18 and 15 seeds, 14 seed, they both get it done, and they're both in the quarterfinal playing again on Turkey Week. Take you out to Lake Charles College Prep taking on John F. Kennedy. The Cougars taking on the Trailblazers. Third quarter action, Cougars are up 20-14 on the ensuing kickoff. Cameron Shield, he gets it. And guess what? Steve, it might take him a little bit, but there he is.
I'm not sure we'd be showing a kickoff return unless he did something.
He's gonna be doing something real good here for the Cougars. They'll point his finger up into the end zone. That's a touchdown for the Cougars. It is now 27-14. LCCP is going to strike right back, though. Dylan Vital drops back to pass. He finds Aiden Carter, who crawls his way into the end zone. It's now 27-22 after a 2-point conversion is good. There's that 2-point conversion, by the way. Then, Cougars going to march right back down the field. Little James Evans actions. Going to run it in from about 10 yards out to make it 34-22. The final score from this one, 37-51. John F. Kennedy gets it done. They're 7-4 on the year, which obviously, you know, with the forfeits that they had at the start of the year is a little indicative of their schedule, or less indicative. So 51-37 the final. They'll take on Shaw in the next round. All New Orleans matchup.
Still 10 more games to get to, including heavyweights, Airline, Ash, Edna Carr. And don't forget this score, by the way. Pine on the road, a number 9 seed, a mild upset over Kaplan. The Raiders beat the Pirates. That must have been a battle with a lot of guns. 21-6 was your final. St. James, the number 1 seed, no problem with Donaldsonville, will get the Raiders in the next round. And as I was mentioning, big teams to look forward to here the next couple of segments, Zachary and Ruston, St. Aug and STM, Catholic High. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Buying online is easy, but not when it comes to buying medications. Counterfeit pills and other illicit substances are being laced with fentanyl. Kids are dying from these fake pills. Fentanyl is 50 times stronger than heroin. A lethal dose is smaller than a pencil point. Worse yet, medical professionals can't tell the difference between real pills and their counterfeits. Don't take anything that doesn't come from your doctor. Buying online can leave you flatlined.
For over 100 years, our families have gathered together to share with each other our challenges and hopes, to take this light we've been gifted and paint a brighter future for the next generation. The seeds we plant today are the bounty we harvest tomorrow. As farmers, we know that together we're stronger than we could ever be apart. We're the Louisiana Farm Bureau, and we're the voice of Louisiana agriculture.
So it's going to come down to this. Can they do it?
Oh no, they missed it! Wait a minute! There's a flag on the play!
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Friday night in the boot, score updates. No problem for number 1 seed Franklinton, Division II non-select, winning over Westfield. They'll take on Lakeshore in the next round. Iowa over Wassman convincingly, 24-8. Well, of course, already have seen the Franklin Parish game, so it'll be Iowa and Franklin Parish. Northwest losing to Plaquemine on the road. The Green Devils will get Opelousas in the next round. Elsewhere, North DeSoto over Belle Chase. We just saw Cecilia win, so that's their opponent. Edie White over Livingston. Collegiate, it was Vanderbilt Catholic over Archbishop Hannon. 49 to 51 points for the wins. And of course, we told you about U-High forfeiting to BT Washington. They will take on Leesville, who we showed highlights of earlier.
Let's go run up the North Louisiana Airlines taking on Westgate. Look at the fireworks. The pyrotechnics out in show.
Are you talking about the shiny stuff or the actual offense?
Well, fireworks is what you're going to see.
Yeah.
Ben Taylor to Kenny Darby there. That's the connection we've been seeing all season. Now we're going to see a little flip pass to Jarvis Davis. He'll take it all the way down to the 4-yard line. Vikings punch it in from there. 7-0 Airlines.
Christmas spirit on the sideline.
Let's see what Westgate can do now. Airlines trying to play a little defense, something they may not be known for up there especially, but that's a little defense that we haven't seen all season from them. Lots of guys in the background. That's Jaden Gladney with the the catch there, or sorry, the Ben Taylor now. Jarvis Davis. Guess who that is? That's Jarvis Davis again. If it's not broke, don't fix it. We've talked about this on this show many times. If it's not broke, don't fix it. But this time we're going to give it to the running back, Darian Milligan. He takes the handoff, goes right up the gut. The Vikings score again, making it 14-0 midway through the second. They're all pumped up. They're all fired up. The offense that people said would not be able to hang with Westgate's defense, they did. The final score from this one, Airline puts up 42 points on Westgate, ending the Tigers season. Airline will move on to play Destrehan. So another team from down south is going to head up north to play Airline, but that's going to be a lot tougher. Destrehan's looked a lot better this season. That's a game I'm certainly interested in seeing.
Let's take it to Cenla, Alexandria Ash. The Trojans matched up with Evangel, a surprise winner in the first round, getting the road trip, and opening drive, the Trojans. JT Lindsay right up the middle, crashing in for a 7-0 Ash lead, then back on offense. How about some more Lindsay? Oh, looks like he's going to be taken down several times.
Oh, my goodness.
Just steps through the traffic, and the LSU commit takes it in for a 14-0 Trojans lead. The Ash cheerleaders want more. Their offense will certainly oblige. Vaughn Darbon, the ball, the blocks, cut back, cruise on in. That's a touchdown that made it 21-6. Evangel trying to get something going, but an interception right here by Jackson Townsend. And of course, by this time, the Trojans starting to feel it. Their fans starting to feel it as well. Nice job right there. Trojans back with the football. Lindsay carrying the rock. Wears number 6 for a reason.
Go watch this kid run all night.
That's what he usually does. Get you 6. There he cruises into the end zone for yet his 3rd touchdown and a 28-6 score. You get the idea in this game. Ash just dominates and wins tonight over Evangel. 49-6 was your final. Of course, they're now 11-0. C.E. Bird will be up next for them. Bird upsetting St. Paul's on the road, 37-15.
It's got to be the lowest Evangel scored all season, surely, right? I mean, knowing their team, that's got to be it. Let's go back down south now. Southside hosting surprise second rounders, I guess you could say. Walker, Jess Curtis, looking to advance to the quarterfinals with a new team. And they're going to get off to a good start here. Parker Deese pulls the option play, and he waltzes in for a 14-yard score, 7-0 Sharks. A special teams play is making the cut. You know what that means. The ball was probably fumbled in there somewhere, and it was. Walker muffs the punt. It's Southside ball. 3rd and long, Dees on the screen pass finds Cade Fontenot. And Fontenot's going to rumble his way past a couple of defenders for the first down. Couple plays later, Dees putting his arm to work again. He finds Ramon Singleton. This has got to be the most Southside's passed it all season, knowing how much Jess Curtis likes to run the ball. That's another touchdown for the Sharks. It's 14-0. They're showing they can pass the ball. People have been saying he can't pass the ball. Well, guess what? They're passing the ball all night tonight. Final score, big time one, 47-0. Southside takes down Walker. 8-2 now the Southside Sharks are. They'll take on the winner, Ruston Zachary, and we'll have that score later for you in the show.
Got some highlights coming up of that one for sure. A lot of these teams making their first game of the playoffs because they had those first round byes, scoring lots of big points, and none better than these guys. The Cougars of Edna Carr matched up with Huntington, and I guess they danced together, but the score got separated pretty quickly in this one. Yep. Huntington trying to get something there. It looked good for a while, but it's not going to end up too good as the Cougars come away with the turnover, and then their quarterback, John Johnson, will quickly go to the air. Teron Francis had an unbelievable first half of this game.
You can't bring down the man,
Nearly 200 yards of receiving and several scores as Edna Carr exerted its muscle right here. Johnson finishes off that drive with a touchdown run. Carr quickly in front with an early score.
Showing love to the
Loving
kids.
life, loving the fans, and here we go again. Once again, it's Johnson to the air. And this time, picking out a different receiver for the first down as they're just basically running away with this game already. There's a touchdown run on the inside, and the Cougars go up by 2 scores. It was, I believe, 49-0 at the half. They played a running clock in the second half. Carr now 10-0 on the year, 56-6 was your final. Carr getting the winner of St. Aug and St. Thomas More, which we've got coming up on the show.
Yep, for sure. You get that 17-16 win. You get to travel to Edna Carr. Don't go anywhere. We've got that score as well as so many other scores. We'll have every score for you on the show tonight. Don't go anywhere. We're back after this.
For over 100 years, our families have gathered together to share with each other our challenges and hopes, to take this light we've been gifted and paint a brighter future for the next generation. The seeds we plant today are the bounty we harvest tomorrow. As farmers, we know that together we're stronger than we could ever be apart. We're the Louisiana Farm Bureau, and we're the voice of Louisiana agriculture.
If you want to break the rock, you need to make yourself indestructible. If you want to play between the hedges, you need to work out there, up there, down there, everywhere. If you want to reach the win bar, you need to lose sleep, lose count. You need to play every game like you got nothing to lose.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Love did this. This is love's fault, and it hurts. It's devastating. But you always come back for more. What else gets you up this early? What else makes you feel this wild, this ecstatic, this focused, this obsessed? Has to be love. It's in your soul, your head, your heart, your hands. You love the game. It's your nature. Nothing is more real.
Welcome back to Friday Night in the Boot. Top seed St. James in Division III non-select routing Donaldsonville. They'll take on Pine. Union Parish, the Farmers, over Red River. They will take on Kinder in the next round. Oak Grove those guys just keep rolling. No problem with Mansfield. They will get Sterlington, which could be an interesting matchup. Gina over Port Allen, Division III non-select. They'll take on Lauraville in the next round. Beat Erath. An upset, huh?
A little bit of an upset,
wow. Yeah. Okay, Calvary Baptist, no problem with LHSAA. They will get the Episcopal Knights, who won over Pope John Paul II. Catholic of New Iberia routing Northlake Christian. They get Isidore Newman, who won over Darbon Woods, 49-19.
Well, we had someone in New Roads tonight, and we have the video here for you. Catholic of Point Capee welcomed into town the Ouachita Christian Eagles. 8-time state champion Ouachita Christian Eagles at that. Only loss for them was to Oak Grove in Week 10. Some people said their schedule's too weak. They can't make it to Turkey Week. Well, guess what? They're trying to do that right now. Look at the fallen tributes run outside for the Hornets. They're coming off a first-round bye. Might be a little chance for them to get healthy, but Luke Vidrin is going to find his first pass to Patrick Turpin, and that'll move the chains. Vidrin is going to go back to the air, and he will find the fourth play of the game, right on the money to Cameron Voilon. Try saying that name 5 times fast. He breaks the tackle. Ouachita Christian goes 50 yards for the touchdown. Point Capee is going to try to get the running game going, but Hunter Traxler says, I don't think so. And it's a tackle for loss. Next drive for the Eagles and Vidrin. He finds Turpin again for a long gain up the sideline, and it's just all Eagles in this one right now. That sets up a nice catch and run for Jude Turner. The sophomore breaks tackles. He's going to keep on chugging his way towards the end zone. I don't think he gets in, but Ouachita, they're cooking right here on this drive, looking to go up by 2 scores. But on the next play, Catholic Point Capee makes a defensive stop with Parker Jewell stepping in front of a pass, making the interception. Huge play for the Hornets. And now Catholic trying to get moving. Jude Morrison's going to roll out, try to find something. No, he's just going to take off and run with it himself. Gets a first down on that run. Parker Jewell, listed as a tight end, gets in on the running game, and he makes a first down carry. Need about 3 guys to take him down. This is a tough Hornets team to tackle. Then Jude Morrison patiently waits for a gap to materialize on the right side. He hits a hole. He's got another good gain, and Point Capee is moving the ball well inside the 3-yard line. But on 4th down, Morrison is going to drop back to pass, and he's going to get thrown down for a loss, and they turn it over to the Eagles. It was 14-0 Ouachita Christian at this point. They rolled in this one, 28-6. The Eagles use that experience and take down Catholic Point Capee. A great season for the Hornets, but I'm sure not how they'll want it to end. Next week, Ouachita Christian will head back down south. Got to be exhausting for them. They'll take on Covenant Christian down in Morgan City at Nichols, who beat Central Catholic tonight 41-13.
That one was a rematch. Speaking of rematches, last year in the Dome, Division I non-select. Well, first you've got Turlings Catholic here.
We do have Turlings Catholic. They're taking on Jesuit. Third quarter, Jesuits up 13-10. Here come the Rebels. Alex Munoz finds Cade Cother, and he makes his way up the field for a first down. Plays later, Munoz, he's going to find his tight end, Jack Purser. Purser's going to plow his way into the end zone, takes a hit in there as well. Touchdown for Turlings. They go up 17-13. But the Blue Jays, they're going to come out here with a response. 4th down, Taylor Norman. Taylor Norman, he's going to find Roman Laurie for a first down, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Norman goes to Laurie again with a pump fake, and that's a touchdown. Blue Jays go up 20-17. They would not be able to hold on to this lead, though, as Turlings gets it done 31-23, the final. They'll take on, like we mentioned earlier, never doubt JT Curtis. John Curtis won 28-27 over Acadiana. It'll be Turlings against John Curtis in the next round. But we see John Curtis go past Turkey Week, Steve.
It's certainly possible the way they're playing right now. Okay, that was a false start on me, 5 yards back. Let's talk about the rematch for the state championship. Division I non-select last year. Of course, that was Ruston taking on the Zachary Broncos. In this meeting, of course, it took place up in Ruston. Zachary, a 14 seed. The Bearcats, a number 3 seed. 2 teams that are well known for their success. And speaking of success, how about this guy? He's been on fire. DeVecchio Ruffin, the running back who set the school record, over 300 yards rushing against Catholic High in a Week 10 matchup, and he's in the end zone drawing first blood. The Broncos go in front 7-0. Ruston looking for a spark on offense as well. Josh Brantley finds Peyton Martin along the boundary right there. Bearcats drive then into the second quarter, first play of the period, and Jordan Hayes finishes it off in the end zone for a touchdown. You think they're fired up? That makes it a 7-7 game. Later, how about this one? Down in the corner of the end zone, Hayes hauls it in, and that was actually Jaden Cockerham with the touchdown. 14-7, Broncos in front. Broncos looking for another one.
No.
And
popped out like a mole.
I'll tell you what. Bearcats trying to capitalize. Toss into the end zone. And right before the half, Darius James catches the pass from Brantley, ties the score, and then Ruston looking to add.
Oh, what a run. Takes 4 of them to bring it down.
Absolutely, running down angry to the 1 yard line. Later, it's Hayes a few plays later, and it's 28-14. Now the Bearcats are starting to pull away. Of course, Ruffin, you can't count him out. He would come back, make it a 1-score game right there, but Ruston doesn't blink. Brantley back to pass. Hayes gets the job done, jets down the sideline and make it a 35-21 score, and Ruston goes on to win this one over the Zachary Broncos, 42-21. So Ruston now 9-2, and they will be able to take on the Walker Southside winner, which we've got coming up in our next game.
Well, that was actually Southside that took down Walker. Ruston, obviously very impressive, but would it be as impressive as this next game for you? St. Aug and St. Thomas More. The Cougars and the Purple Knights. Cole Badgeron's going to find number 7, John Barton, who drives his way around to the outside, and he's on a 40-yard reception to give the St. Thomas More a 7-0 lead. This game was going to be close. 8-9 matchups normally are pretty dang close. And here comes Vashon Couillon. He finds Miguel Whitley for the 9-yard touchdown. Sorry, St. Thomas More is going to get a quick answer, though. Gabe Mossick punches it in from 2 yards out to give the Cougars a lead back at 14-7. Then right before the half, the second half now, Cougars see Badgeron find Barton again, and it's 21-7. Purple Knights trying to battle back. Couillon, he's going to look deep, and he's going to find Raekwon Williams, who beats out the whole of the St. Thomas More secondary. He's into the end zone. It's now 21-14. But the Cougars are going to hit back. Mossitt takes the ball down to the 1 yard line. He's going to be tackled there. And the next play, he bounces off the defender, gets into the end zone. Mossitt extends the lead to 28-14. Wild third quarter continues. Couillon with another long touchdown pass, this time to LeJean Moore for an 80-yard strike down the middle of St. Thomas More's defense. St. Aug is right back in it. Badgeron now trying to get his team back in front, but he is going to be intercepted by Frederick Lewis. Thrown right to him. That would be the first turnover of the game. The Purple Knights would drive down, but on 4th down, they stall out. Under 2 minutes in the fourth quarter, Couillon finds Patrick Robinson Jr. wide open for a touchdown. Chance to tie the game, but this one's blocked. It's blocked, and it just falls short. St. Thomas More is going to hang on to beat St. Aug 28-27. You always got to give your all in those special teams plays right there at the end, and sure enough, comes back to bite Robert Valdez's men. They fall by 1 point to the defending champs in Division II. St. Thomas More will play Edna Carr next week.
Heartbreak for the Purple Knights in that one, absolutely. All right, the Catholic High Bears, we saw them explode against Zachary, take a week off. What would they come with this time?
Well, they were hosting East Jeff. The Warriors looking to get a big-time upset over the defending champs. We see the Bears running out onto the field there. And Baylor Graves was not going to let that happen too easily. He's going to roll out here and find Bo Thomas. He's going to dance past a couple of defenders for a good gain on the first drive. Then later in the drive, it's sophomore sensation Jaden Miles, who runs over a couple of guys, and he's into the end zone for a touchdown. 6-0. They missed the extra point on this one. Bears. Warriors do nothing with it. Back to the Bears. Once again, near the goal line as well. It's Ryland Parker who's going to take the direct snap. Something of a theme here. We've seen 3 different people take a snap. Ryland Parker's into the end zone. And Catholics already getting to work on their celebrations here. You'll see a little dance move, a little dance move, a little dance move. Referees don't throw the flag. I like it. Give him a hug, coach. There we go. East Jeff looking not to go down easily. Gavin Bester rolls out. He finds Dorian Hollins. Kid has some size, and he picks up the first down, but that drive stalls out again. Bears get back to it. Another direct snap. It's to Parker again. There he is. He's in the end zone. Touchdown. And it is now 1-0. And at this point, do another little dance for it. But guess who's seen enough?
Where's
Steve?
he going?
He's heading home. He's heading home to hibernation. He's seen enough. His Bears are up big. They would go on to win big, 42-0. Walking out there with Mr. Bucky himself. They'll take on the winner of Rummel and McDonough. We saw was Rummel, 42-0 over East Jeff. The Bears are still undefeated. Steve, I think we have one more game to get to in terms of highlights.
That's right. Back to Division 4. This would be your non-select matchup between North Iberville and General Trask. Of course, North Iberville just reviving its program to varsity level this year. They were 9-2 and had a first-round bye. So in the second round, Mikel Toussaint running hard, picking up some yardage, whether he's going frontwards or backwards. He's moving down the field forward. And that gets them, well, they took 3 men to try to get him down. Meanwhile, General Trask quarterback Amon Williams showing off his speed, picking up 15 yards and a first down. Anton Davis, their running back, powers in there into the end zone for the touchdown. General Trask having a good night on the road, looking for the upset, and I'm not sure it was an upset. This team very impressive in this outing right here. Same play, Larry Stewart at the goal line for the 2-point play. The Bears of North Iberville lost their leading running back and a defensive lineman to injuries during this game. The running game, they try to get it moving with Toussaint again, and there is a pickup or two, but the defense eventually steps in and stops the threat, as that's an interception. Demarion Berry picking off the Bears' pass attempt. Nice return. And then it's Williams, who's about to blow the doors off of the North Iberville team. Yes, the senior. Awesome run, breaks tackles, gets into Bears territory. Then at the goal line, Davis blasts back into the end zone. They went up by a score of 32-6, dominant at this point. And, yeah, the Panthers come away with the victory in impressive style, a 12-5. 38-6 was your final score. General Trask plays the winner of Grand Lake and Jeanerette.
Which the final score of that one was Jeanerette 46-24. So another chance for General Trask to pick up an upset. They got to go to Jeanerette now. So another long travel down south. I believe we have the last bit of scores to get here for you. Division 4 non-select, Haynesville, 61-0 over Montgomery. They'll take on Welsh next week. Welsh got the win over Faraday due to the brawl last week. DeQuincy upset by Franklin. Wild inning in that one. Franklin blocks a punt in the end zone, gets a touchdown, goes for 2, gets it. DeQuincy couldn't respond. 19-3. They'll take on next week Logansport, 6-11, 49-12. And then South Plaquemine, 21-6 over Eastville. They'll take on Mangum.
Elsewhere, you got Kentwood advancing to take on Southern Lad, the game we showed you earlier. The Kangaroos win 42-16, another 12-5 matchup over Ascension Episcopal. As we told you before, Covenant Christian in a rematch beat Central Catholic. They will take on Ouachita Christian, which kind of upset Catholic Point Capee. Riverside, 49-6, will take on Ascension Catholic.
I've had fun this week, Steve, and I can't wait for Turkey Week next week. We hope you've had fun tonight. Have a great night.